hello and welcome to today's edition of the Pastor's Study. You know, there are some things that we find really annoying. The years in school when I went and there were still chalkboards, and a teacher or even a student would make that chalk screech on the chalkboard. Their hair would stand on edge. It would just grate on them. It would be horrible. And the whole class would respond. Well, Solomon tells us that living on a tiny corner of a roof, because in the land of Israel and the nation, it was possible to live on the flat roof. It was, people could get up on the roof. It was like a deck almost, or we would consider a deck today. He said, it's better to live on that small corner of a roof than to live in a huge home with a contentious woman. Now, nobody likes to hear something difficult, something challenging. No woman wants to think that they're contentious, that they're a challenge. But Solomon says, you know what? It's better to be in a small place and have peace than to be in a fancy place and have contention. He also tells us that there are some things that are refreshing. He says, cold water. Hot summertime, I worked on roofs, I worked outside for years, and cold water on those hot days, it is so refreshing. He says, well, the same is good. The same thing is true when you get news from far away. Family members who have moved away, and you get good news. You hear a birth of a child or some other good news, promotion, any kind of good news. Families, some safe. We have soldiers all over the world in battles. When you hear that they are safe back on base, that they're returning home to the States, that's good news. And he says, a spring that's polluted, trampled, a well that's polluted. He says, it's the same as a righteous man who gives way before the wicked. And a man who throws his hand up and lets the wicked succeed. Stand for what's right. Live for what's right. Live for the honor and glory of God. Till next time in the Pastor's Study, this is Pastor Ray Bertolet saying goodbye and may God bless.